us.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joe Rivera, and first and foremost, I want to thank you all for attending this meeting, How to Make Money with Yereq. And I want to start off with a story that I think will help guide the whole mindset of why we're doing this meeting tonight. There was a company that was on a startup company. And at the beginning, I was all for it. I was gung-ho and everything like that. And what happened was things weren't happening as fast as I wanted. As much as I wanted to make money with this company and get out there and do what I needed to do, it just didn't, they didn't have things in place, right? So I left. I was gone. Half a year later, everybody that stayed there made a ton of money. Now, I'm telling the story because of patience. There are things that are not happening now that you were expecting to happen in terms of Yereq, in terms of what they said they were going to do, the website, the commissions and everything. But please understand that it's a new company and things are not going to be right at the very beginning, done to the capacity that they want to. Again, they always said that because of you guys, which is great, there were so many people that actually got on board with Yereq that it just overwhelmed them, and now they have to catch up because of that, which is a very good problem to have in business, to have a lot of people on board. But because of that, they have to make sure that everything is correct before they send out anything, websites or what have you. So this meeting is about the mindset that you should have when it comes to Yereq and what's happening. And the stuff that you can do today with Yereq. I want to let you know that you can sell products from Yereq today. When we were at the conference in Vegas, he said, you can actually put this stuff on Amazon and sell it with no problem. The reason I'm saying all of this is because I see a lot of people, and I'm hearing a lot of conversations that we're having, and it's all about they don't have the website, they didn't do this, they did this. And it's really not about that. Yereq has so much to offer when it comes to making money. You know, we have the routers, we have the energy savers, we have a lot of things in your back office. But because what happens is you get one person that says, you know, Yereq didn't do my website, Yereq didn't do this. So the next person hears that, and then they start it, and then it germinates within the whole society of what we have. Now imagine if the new language was, Yereq is a great company, they didn't get me my website, but I'm selling routers, I'm selling our EV stations, I'm selling this, I'm selling that, and making money, even without my website being done. So if you say that and sell these things and start making money, imagine how more powerful you'll be once you get the website. Think about that. I want you to put it into perspective what you have in your arsenal. I want you to put into perspective what power you have to make a ton of money before the website comes out. That's what this whole meeting is about. And you also have another company that is phenomenal. This is the company that is going to fund all of the EV stations that you are going to go and sell. And without any further ado, the gentleman that owns the company decided to come to this meeting, as busy as he was, to let you know how powerful his company is and the things he could do once you get somebody on board to get an EV station and how easy the process is. Not only that, he's going to let you know what else you can do with this company. So Mr. Wu, take it away. The floor is absolutely yours.
Wow, thank you so much, Jared. I didn't know that I'm the main speaker. I thought you just tell me to come in here to listen into what you have to say. So I am thrilled. Thank you so much for the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. And I met quite a few of you in Vegas, and I'm sure that I will be meeting a lot more of you in the future. So it is very an honor for Sequoia Lending to partner up with Zurich. The idea actually came about, sometimes last year when I traveled to Las Vegas and meet up with Mr. John Ruston. And I still remember vividly, we were sitting in one of these Chinese dim sum restaurant and start talking about idea. And I share with him what I am doing. And as a matter of fact, we knew each other for quite a while. I always know that he's an entrepreneur, and we throughout the times we always talk about ideas, things in that nature. So I share with him what I am doing, and he shared with me what he is doing, and the light bulb just light up. And I said, wow, between the two of us, we can literally disrupt two major industry in the United States of America if we combine forces. The first industry definitely is in the EV station. There's no doubt. The green energy. If you look at the companies, you look at the country's policies. There are so many states are already moving to green energies. California, probably you already know. Right now, at this time, if you are in California building a brand new building, that building has to have green energy to it. You have to have power by solar power. There are so many other states also here. For example, here in Maryland, they require that by the year 2035, 100% is going to be green energy. So again, this is definitely the future. Now, we already know there's so many companies out there that are already doing solar panels. And if you don't have one, please look into it. But yet, there are more and more EV vehicles on the road. I still remember vividly, my first automobile is a stick shift. When automatic car coming out, and I was like, man, who is going to drive an automatic car? We're already so used to stick shift. And guess what? Can you still buy an automatic car out there? Probably not. It's all, can you still buy a stick shift out there? Probably not anymore. It's all automatic, right? So now when the first EV vehicle on the road, and same thing, I said, who in the world in their right mind is going to drive a car that don't have an engine? Coming in from my background is a mechanical engineer, and I just cannot imagine anything that it's, without an engine. But guess what? I also served the Navy. When I was in the Navy, and I was surprised, got involved with a program that the Navy was talking about getting not an EV, but an electrical battleship. Now, do it or not, I don't know. I was involved with that program for a short period of time, but now obviously it's a trend that the entire humanity is moving toward that kind of technology. So with Tesla came out and become, so popular right now, and now more and more companies are following. Now you see not only Tesla coming out with EV vehicles, you see Porsche, you see Toyota, you see Honda, you see all kind of automobiles going toward that direction. And sooner or later, there will be no more power gas car anymore. So I talked, John shared with me his vision. I say, John, everything's great, but only one problem that I see. What is that problem? Who is funding all these EV stations? How much these EV stations cost? Now, in the old day, when solar panel came out, okay, we saw an issue. A lot of people cannot install solar panels because they don't have the money and they cannot get finance to install solar panel. And I talked to John. I say, John, who is going to be funding all these EV stations? And John looked at me like, you? I say, yes, definitely. I can definitely get that funding for you. So ever since then, we start talking to our lenders about EV stations. How can we funding something like this? And long story short, we are at a point where we have so many lenders through the Sequoia platform. We can fund EV stations as an equipment loan. Now, that is the first industry that we are going to disrupt through this platform, is to disrupt the EV charging station business. And I think John told me that by the year 2035, the country want to have 50 million charging stations throughout the country. 50 million. Oh my God, how much money can we generate? It's overwhelmed. It's absolutely overwhelmed. So without being said, right now we have so many different lenders that can fund EV charging station as an equipment. So if your clients are restaurant owners, multifamily owners, retail owners, they own a shopping mall, they own a parking space, they own whatever they own, as long as they own a business and use the business to purchase these EV stations, in some cases, we can fund up to 100% of the cost plus labor. What does it mean? It means that the client doesn't even need to spend a dime to get that EV charging station to install into their property. And now every time when somebody charging the EV stations, the money that he or she makes offset the monthly payment. And normally for something like this, you're talking about 24 months, 48 months, 60 months, maximum 60 months, just like paying off a car. And after that station is paid off in 60 months by whoever's charging that, using the charging station, that owner owns those charging stations, and forever they will start cranking in money. It is a money machine right here. I was talking to John the other day. He said, John, if that is the case, why don't you and I invest $1 million, $2 million of these EV stations, and instead of selling to the business owners, why don't we own all these stations and install on those commercial property for free for the homeowner, and we split the profit with them? I mean, there could be another investment opportunity. But anyway, what we can do right now is to use the equipment loans to fund these EV charging stations. And we can do this thing all across the country. Okay, so that is what we can do. And think about this. Think about this. If you don't do anything but just selling EV charging stations, you can become a multi-millionaire. And plus all the other things that John's company or Yereq is going to share with us. So that is the first industry that we are about to disrupt. Now, the question is, what about you? Are you being just on the sideline to watch the whole things happen? How many of you been through the internet age and you wished that you were in the internet business at that time that you make so much money by now? For example, like you still remember American Online, AOL? You still remember Netflix? Not Netflix. You still remember Netscape, right? All those internet companies. What happened? Now you missed that boat, right? Now we are into a new era. It's a new era in clean energy. We can literally. I talked to John the day that I went home. I talked to John, we need to have a new slogan. Turn every commercial property into gas station / EV charging station. Can you do that? Absolutely. See, in the past, in order for you to open up a gas station, you have to buy the property, you have to do a lot of different things in order for you to have a gas station business. And we all know a lot of the gas stations making so much money. Same thing. Now is a totally different new era. The EV station is here. Every single person have a chance to own your own utility company, whether you own a commercial property or not. Think about this. This is pretty powerful. Now, especially for those commercial properties or for those business owners who owns commercial property, it makes perfect sense for them to install something like this. Now, don't worry about selling 10, 20, 15 station as a package to a gas station, okay? Don't think about all these big, phenomenal numbers. Focusing on one station at a time, one property at a time. And I bet you sell one, the second will come. You sell two, the third will come. The fourth will come. And all of a sudden, you can conquer a territory. So that is what we can do to disrupt the first industry, is the EV charging industry, and we can fund it. And after I talked to John about this, he loved it. He said, okay, fine, let's combine forces together. We will promote the EV charging station, and Alan, you can fund all this thing. And absolutely. But we get into a more detailed conversation and saying that, hey, John, why don't we do this? Don't let me fund this thing. Let everyone in the Zurich platform have the ability to get access to all these EV charging station funding. So not only that they can sell the EV stations, but they can also make money by funding the EV stations also. So they can become a commercial loan consultant. And you can double deep on both ends. Now, that is the second industry that we would like to disrupt, is the commercial lending industry. So absolutely, Sequoia Lending has been in commercial lending for a period of time. We started this business back in 2004. 2004, okay? Now, when it comes to commercial lending, yes, it has the lending to it, but it's not a mortgage. Commercial lending is totally different than buying a house. All the mortgage loan consultant that you know out there, the loan officers out there, you know, 99% of them only do one type of deal, which is residential property purchase or refinance. Outside of that box, most of them have no idea where to get funding. Now, help me to think, okay? When I say the following things, help me to think. Do you know this such a person? Do you know anyone out there that is purchasing investment properties? Type in 1 in the checkbox if you do. Do you know anyone that is buying commercial properties such as warehouse, retails, office condos, etc., etc.? Do you know anyone that is purchasing apartments, multi-families, 5-unit and above? Do you know anyone that is purchasing mixed use? The first floor is for commercial use and above it's residential use. Do you know any business person needs funding to expand their business? Do you know anyone, any business owners that needs funding to purchase equipment such as an EV charging stations? Do you know any truck drivers, truck companies that wants to purchase 18-wheelers? Do you know any developers that is purchasing land, construction, building single families, building hotels, building multifamilies? Do you know any one of those? Yes, you do. But for the longest time, you didn't know that you know. Why? It's just because it's just like Tesla. If you do not drive a Tesla, you never pay attention to Tesla. But once you start driving a Tesla, you see everywhere Teslas is everywhere. Am I correct saying that? Same thing. For the longest time, commercial lending industry is a closed door industry. When I say closed door industry, means that this industry has not yet been disrupted, just like the EV charging station that we're about to do. This industry has not yet been disrupted, even though it has been here for hundreds of years. If you do not believe me, do this thing right now. You go to any advertisement platform. You go to YouTube, you go to Facebook, you open up newspaper, you go to radio station, you go to TV station, you see pages after pages of people that advertising that I'm a realtor, I am a round table insurance a broker, I am a mortgage broker, I am a consultant, I am a CPA, I'm a contractor. Do you see that? You see pages and after pages. Now, when is the last time you saw somebody saying that, hey, I'm a commercial loan broker, I'm a commercial loan consultant, that I have $5 million for you to purchase that warehouse? When did you see something like this? No, you never. Did you ever see that, hey, I'm a commercial loan consultant that I can give you $10 million to build that building? Do you see that? No, you don't see that. Why? It's because this industry is a closed door industry. We know what commercial lending is about, but we don't know what commercial lending is about. Today, if you have a client that needs to purchase a 10 EV charging station, for example, that costs about $100,000, where would you go to find funding other to refer them to the bank? If you refer them to the bank, do you get commission out of it? No, they don't. They don't even give you $25 Amazon card. No, they don't even do that. But many people do not know that people like us exist. It's because, one more time, this industry is so closed door. People inside of this room, they are very, very picky. Many of them don't even want to deal with loans that is below $1 million. Many lenders don't want to deal with loans that is below $5 million. But quite frankly, there are so many businesses out there that needs $10,000. that needs $15,000. That $15,000, you think about this. Somebody needs $15,000 is more important than somebody that needs that $10 million. You think about this? Am I right? But nobody serves those group of people that needs 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, 50, 200,000. It's very hard for them to get funding from a traditional bank, especially today when the interest rate's gone up so much. Many of the banks, they already tighten up their lending guidelines. If you don't believe me, go to a local bank and talk to any bankers out there. And quite frankly, recruit them into Zurich. Many of those bankers right now is losing their job. They cannot get the loan done anymore. Get them onto our platform. Partner up with them. And that is why this industry is closed door. Now, what we decided to do is to open it. We want to disrupt this industry. And one thing about this industry, ladies and gentlemen, is a myth to a lot of people out there. In this industry, there's no licensing needed. You got me? Did you hear me? If you hear me, type in 2 in the checkbox. In 2 checkbox, okay? There's no licensing needed in commercial lending. That's why you can do this business in all 50 states. We can even do business in Canada. We can even do business in Mexico. But ladies and gentlemen, focusing here in the United States, there's so much money for you to make already. Combine the forces with Yereq and Sequoia. You are not wearing one hat as a Zurich EV station consultant. You're wearing both hats. You are EV charging station. You are also a loan consultant, a commercial loan consultant that you can get access to 500 funding sources that we have, ranging from $15,000, $10,000, $15,000, all the way up to 100, 230, $300 million, anything in between, as long as the project makes sense. You can get access to the funding. The good thing is this: when we build this platform, I talked to John, and John talked to me. We share our idea all day long. The idea behind it is that we don't want you to learn a new business. We call ourselves the Uber in commercial lending. What does that mean? What does Uber mean? Anybody knows what Uber is? Uber does not teach you how to drive. Is that right? Uber does not buy you a car. Uber does not tell you how to buy insurance. Why? Because you already know how to do this kind of stuff. Through Uber's platform, all they do is to put a passenger in that empty seat, and now all of a sudden everybody make money. Same thing. You think about this. Do you know anyone that needs business fundings? I already mentioned it to you, so many different type of business fundings. Do you know anyone? Absolutely you do. Do you think that the person that you know, do you think that person would know somebody that needs business funding? Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, what we are trying to do right now is not to just disrupting one industry. Together, we're disrupting 2 industries together through Yereq, EV charging stations and commercial lending. So now I want you to expand your horizon. I want you to see much, much further besides of the EV charging station. After you install EV charging station for that business, and guess what? That business might need more money to purchase more property. Can you do that? Absolutely. That business might need extra money to improve their business or to expand their business. Don't refer them to the bank no more. Bring them onto Zurich. Bring them onto Sequoia. You can fund their property as well. Now, once you are charging a center charging stations, hey, that person might want to purchase a warehouse, so on and so forth. You see, the opportunity is unlimited. Okay, so through the funding, through energy and through finance, you are on top of the world. You are sitting in a gold mine. You are sitting in 2 gold mines. Guys, one thing that I know, okay, one thing that I know, in our life, all of us will, on an average, it does not matter where you are in this world. We normally have 5 real opportunity in our life. 5 real opportunity. I'm not talking about some of those things, rah, 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 and then you go in there and flash in the pen, boom, disappear the next day. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about 5 opportunity that can really, really change your life. But you know what? Most of the time, the first opportunity came, you were too young. You couldn't catch it. Think about this. Think back. Did you run into something like this? An opportunity that you say, oh man, I wish I could have stayed there. Oh, I wish I could have hold on to it. Today, I would have been a multi-millionaire. So for example, like people invest in Bitcoin, in cryptocurrencies, people invest in internet, buying apples, whatever that might be, right? The first opportunity, you're too young, or your lack of experience, you couldn't hold on to it. The last opportunity, you might be too old. You realize that, yeah, this is an opportunity, but if I were 10 years younger, if I were 20 years younger, I would gap it and I would do it. But now I'm 80 years old. I'm just want to relax. I don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. Really, there's a lot of people like that. So the first opportunity and the last opportunity, most likely you will not be able to capture it anymore. So those are only, actually, there are only 3 more. There are 3 more in your life. Now, can you capture those 3 more? Is Yereq one of your opportunity? I don't know about you. I know it is. I own Sequoia company. We close deals. We close billions of dollars deals every single year. But I know energy, it is definitely an opportunity. That's why I hold on to John's leg. I say, John, man, don't leave without me, man. I mean, I need to be on this. I need to be on this train with you. So carry me along. And John said, yeah, come on, play around. I'll play around with you. Okay, yes, sir, yes, sir. Energy, definitely this. Now, funding, business loans, commercial lending, kid you not. This business has been here forever. But think about this. This business, in the old traditional way, if you didn't have some sort of education, can you get into it? Probably not. If you don't speak the right language, now when I say language, meaning that you speak the financial type of language, they don't want you to play this game, because this big boy right here are playing with 10 million, 20 million, hundreds of million dollars. That's what we're talking about. But we are going to disrupt it. I determined to disrupt it. I'm not here to offer another opportunity. I'm here to offer a revolution. Are you going to be with us or not? It's totally up to you. But what I can tell you is that through Yereq, through EV charging stations, it can open up a huge door for you. Not only for you, it's for your family. So guys, don't just do this thing by yourself. Build an army. Now, John's goal is to have 10,000 registered member. Same thing with Sequoia. I want to have 10,000 member as well. Now, are these all 10,000 all from the same group? I don't know. Okay, but I can tell you, give you the statistics. I'm so confident that we can get to 10,000 very easily. There are, in the United States of America, there are 1.3 million real estate agents. Now, most of these real estate agents are selling primary residence, right? Now, wouldn't you agree with me? Many of these real estate agents will run into a client that is going to purchase a warehouse, that wants to purchase some sort of business, that want to purchase some sort of mixed use, purchase a piece of land. Now, do you think this real estate agent would like to find a funding source for their client? Absolutely. Why don't you recruit them? There are 1.2 million in 1.2 million insurance agents in this country. 1.2 million. Now, how many of you are insurance agent in this room? Just type in 3 right here. Let me see how many of you are insurance agent. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're an insurance agent, don't you run into somebody that after you sell a policy and they're already a business owner? Can you just add one more sentence to, oh, thank you so much for your business. Oh, by the way, do you need funding for your business? Absolutely. Why don't you ask? It's because you have no idea where to find funding for these people. But now you do. 1.3 million real estate agents, 1.2 million mortgage loan officer, there are 660,000 registered CPA in the country. And these type of people know their client very, very well. They know which one are business owners, but they are too busy out there doing taxes and forget about how to help their client in the real way. But now through Sequoia, through Yereq, you can recruit this CPA into your team. And as a matter of fact, there are so many CPA in our business right now that not only that they can do the tax for their clients, but now they know where to get funding for their clients. There are over 500,000 mortgage loan officers out there here in the United States, 500,000 of them. You know what? All these people correct me if I'm wrong, many of them right now, they're losing their business because the interest rate has gone up so much and they're already doing mortgage. Why don't you just let them to come in here saying that, hey, help me to sell an EV station, help me to get into commercial lending. You are already doing lending business already. Might as well add commercial lending to your portfolio. There's no conflict of interest or whatsoever. So just between these four professionals, real estate agent, loan officers, insurance agents, and CPAs, there are total 3.5 million of them here in the United States. And all I want is just 1%. What is 1% of 3.5 million? 35,000 people. Do you think that we can get that? Absolutely. We have not even touched other businesses, other professionals. So getting 10,000, it's easy. But the question is that out of the 10,000, how many is under your team? You need to ask her this. This has nothing to do with John. It has nothing to do with Alan. It has nothing to do with Yereq. It has nothing to do with Sequoia. It all has everything to do with you. Why in the world are you in this room tonight? It's a beautiful Thursday night. You can do a lot of things other than just listen to a to a guy talking about things like this. You have a lot more better things to do, but you choose to be here tonight. There is a reason for it. So I would suggest you to ask yourself, anything that I do, I always ask myself these questions. I always ask myself, why? Why in the world I am in this room? Why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why am I listening to this guy? Why? But then after you ask yourself the why, you ask yourself the second question, why not? Why not listen to this guy? Why not get into clean energy? Why not get into commercial lending? What stops me to go in there? There's a lot of misconceptions. People inside of this room, they don't want you to come in. You know why? Do you understand? Because there's so much money to make. I don't want to open up this door. Honestly, ask yourself one more time, do you know anyone around you that does commercial lending, that have access to hundreds of millions of dollars other than a bank? You don't. Why? Again, because this industry is so tight. They don't want you to come in. Our goal is to disrupt these things, to break down the walls, to let people to come in. People have resources to come in. You deserve it. That is what we are trying to do. Ask yourself, why not? And then ask yourself the next question. Why not you? Why not me? Why not me? Why not me, the one that is disrupting this industry? Why someone else do it? Why not me? And ask yourself the last questions. Why not now? Why do you have to wait? A lot of people saying that, oh, let me wait for the website to come out. What does website have to do with you to making money? In 2 years, 10 years ago, you don't need a website to make money. People still make millions of dollars. But why do you need to wait a website to make money? Somebody saying that, oh, well, let me wait until the system is ready to make money. Why? What does the system have to do with you? It's all about you. If the system is not ready, why don't you create a system that make it work? Why don't you suggest something to the company that make it work? People saying, oh, let me wait until to seeing you making money first, then I will make money. What does that have to do with you? The money that I make is mine. It has nothing to do with you. If you don't do it, no matter how much money I make, you are not going to make a dime. All you have to do is just to jump into that pool, start swimming. What do you need to do right here? Just two things, just two things. Build your team and build your production. We can fund it. Go out there to look for people that needs this kind of, see, a lot of people asking me, hey, Alan, where do I find my client? Oh, please don't ask me something like this. Don't ask me where to find my client, okay? But let me share with you the secret in commercial lending or EV charging station. We don't look for our clients. We look for where the resources is. I mentioned to you that 4 type of people, 3.5 million professionals in total. Why don't you start partnering up with them? Imagine today, you become a real estate agent. You talk to a title company. You're saying, hey, John, I am a real estate agent right now. I just got my license. Let's partner up together and make some money. The title company will look at you like, yeah, absolutely. But you know what? He already know at least another 100 real estate agent out there. Same thing if you got your insurance license. You got your mortgage license. Why? Because all these industry has been what? Disrupted. So everybody can become a real estate agent, loan officer, insurance agent very, very easily. But now today, you go to the same group of people, you say, hey, John, I am in commercial lending. I have access to funding for any type of business out there that you can imagine, as long as the business makes sense. I can fund between $10,000 all the way up to $500 million. Do you think that their ears will pop up like this? Absolutely, because around them, they have no people that can do what you do. They have no people that can have access to what you can get access right now through the Yereq platform. And I guarantee you that. Now, a lot you don't need to, if you do this thing right, you don't need to look for clients for the rest of your life. All you have to do just to partner up with the right professionals. They will keep sending you deal, keep sending you deal, keep sending you, because they have no idea where to send deals to. And now you open up this platform for them. And better yet, get them involved also. Instead of you doing the deal, get them involved, recruit them into your team, have them to do it, have them to sell the EV charging station, have them to apply for the funding, let us fund it for them. And you sit up there to get the override. This is the beginning of a huge, perfect storm, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you can see this. And this is 2 storms get together. The energy and the commercial lending. It's huge. I cannot sleep every single night. John cannot sleep every single night. And I hope that you cannot sleep neither every single night, because I hope that you can smell. I hope that you can see what we are doing right here. We are not trying to do something. We are already doing it. The question is that, are you on board with us to do this thing together with us? Let's make this money. You deserve this money together. Making a 6-figure income through these 2 industries combined together, it's nothing. It's nothing. And I warned you one thing. Once you taste the sweetness of what we do right here, you will never go back to what you are right now. I don't care what you are doing right now. But once you taste the sweetness right here, you will never go back. So, Gerald, I'm sorry. I know that when I talked to you this morning, you told me that I only have 5 to 10 minutes. I think I way past 5 to 10 minutes. And again, I'm very excited to talk to you guys. So my mic back to you, the floor back to you. But ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to be here to serve you again. And let's get together, disrupt these 2 industries. We all need each other. Jared, back to you.
Absolutely, man. And that was amazing. You gave us a lot to think about, gave us a lot of fuel for the fire. And man, if you look at here, there's flames, there's happy faces, you did your thing. I love you, man. Now, we're going to go to the next part of it. I'm going to show you how easy it is to go ahead and get a client to put in the client's information to the 7th. Okay, so once you sign on, you're going to get this website. It's a beautiful website. It was redone. It is amazing. So when you get to a client, what you're going to do, if they want an EV charging station, you go to equipment funding, you go to apply now, and what's going to happen is you just get this very basic information. You will then write a note about something pertinent to the deal that you want, and you hit submit. And Sequoia, for the most part, takes it from there. there's two ways to do it. You can either get the paperwork from the client yourself, you get more commission, or if you have them do it, they go ahead and they get the paperwork and they make the phone call and close the deal, you get a little less percentage, but it's a very good percentage. This whole system that has been developed is amazing. And if you don't get on, I don't know what to tell you. Right? So what we're going to do now, there are two other people that are leaders in this industry that have already got on to Sequoia. And Dee, if you want to say a few words about Sequoia and share your link inside the chat, you're more than welcome to do so.
Hello, everyone. Hey, I really, really appreciate the call. I just wanted to say that, personally, not just, with that being said, the success is real. We have to trust the process here. Just like Gerald has said, ladies and gentlemen, we are on a new phase of a new journey. This is a transformation of wealth. We got all in one situation right here. We can earn from Sequoia. We can earn from Yereq Geo itself. But not only that, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you guys this. We are at the basement of this. And imagine 5 years from now, what you're going to be sitting on when you take action today. And if you trust that process, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be in for a new journey. All you need to do is take action. And all you need to do is be consistent and stand for it for your team and be a leader for them and navigate them. So with that being said, I say, ladies and gentlemen, let's rock and roll with this. If you're on my team, please reach out to me directly and I'll get you the link and everything. Other than that, my team is good. We are happy. We are blessed. We are highly favored. We are getting ready to take it to the next level.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yes, absolutely.
So, okay, we try to make this thing for free for everyone, but unfortunately, there is cost for everything. So right now, we are asking for $30 a month membership fee. But however, we still want to make it for free for you. As long as you submit one deal, I don't care what kind of deal it is, and you close that deal, then Sequoia is going to pay you a full year of membership fee. What does it mean? It means that February, you come in, you sign up with us, you send in a deal with us, we close the deal in February. Even though you only pay 1 month of membership fee, we still give you a 12 months, $360 of membership fee so that you don't need to worry about for the next year. And we would do it the next year also. So again, that is the best we can do. But again, we will have a lot more promotion like this. So just want to throw out to everybody.
Absolutely, man. That is amazing. Again, so we have another leader on the phone, and this is my personal love. She's the best woman in the world. Dr. Wilhelmina Ford, if you want to say a few words, the floor is definitely yours.
Queen, where you at?
Oh,
Gerald, could I ask Alan a question?
absolutely.
Hi, Alan. I wasn't able to make it to Vegas, but I'll be there for the next one for certain. Here's the question I have.
Yes, sir.
You made a statement that kind of felt like what I'm thinking, but I'm not certain. So I want to be clear.
Yes, sir.
All right. You said build your team. All right. If I go and get a real estate agent, right? A commercial real estate agent, right? And he's got a bunch of clients, whatever. Or I go to a contractor who's building apartment buildings, right? If he joins or she joins Sequoia as a partner, that has nothing to do with me. So what I need to do is focus on bringing in people who need the funding, not people who want to do what I do, correct?
No. When you bring the contractor into the Sequoia as your team, whatever they do, you have a percentage out of it.
You mean, so let me be clear now before I go nuts. Right? So, you know me, Gerald. All right. So let's say, okay, because I'm in Sequoia. I paid my first month fee. We're excited to do it. I was excited to pay it. All right.
Okay.
But let's say my brother who lives in Memphis, Tennessee, knows 2 or 3 guys who are looking for funding. He joins Sequoia, signs up one of those guys to get $500,000 in funding. You're telling me that not only will my brother James get paid for bringing that client, I'm going to get us a override there as well?
Yes, sir. You get
How many
override.
levels are we talking? 1?
6th level.
Okay, I'm done.
Next
I
level.
was getting ready to get
So
straight.
for those of you,
man.
those of you already signed up with Sequoia, you should have already received an email from us to join our Facebook group to connect with us on our YouTube channel, Instagram, and things like this. If you're not, I'm going to type in my email right. Can I type in my email right here, Joe?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
So I'm going to type in my email right here. Okay, send me an email and let me see. Hold on, to everyone. So,
Dude, this is nuts.
okay, so you need to connect with
Banana.
us. And if you are on our YouTube channel, watch the compensation plan 5.0 and you will understand exactly how it is. And we have one of the revolutionized comp plan, meaning that, let's say, for example, you recruited John recruited Mary recruited Bobby, whatever that might be. Okay. Now, if somebody in between are not doing things, and if you are doing things, they are override will roll up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Does it make sense? So again, I don't want to go into too detail or something like this. Go to our YouTube channel, watch the compensation plan 5.0. You understand exactly what we're talking about. We spend so much money to consult with some industry expert to come up with that comp plan, and I know that you will love it. Okay.
Absolutely. So what we want you to do is this. We want you to get with the person who invited you to this meeting, because chances are they do have their link, so you can sign up under them and get involved. Get one deal, the whole year is free. Not that you can sit on your butt after that one deal just because it's free. We want you to grind. We want you to get out there. We want you to make tons of money with us. Why? Because we deserve it. A lot of people have been inside other companies that have failed them or for whatever reason, but we are a powerful network. And like Dee said, we're in the basement. We're down here. Imagine what, like she said, 5 years ago when we're here, retired.
The death of the traditional economy is coming, and you're at risk. If you don't want to become the crosshairs, then it's time you have.
Okay.
Somebody's excited.
Apparently. So imagine, you talk about generational wealth, this is it. You talk about wanting to leave something for your family, your children's children, this is it. Get excited, get happy, because your future is bright, but you got to be patient. We're at the forefront. Things are not going to be right with the way you want them at the beginning. Let that handle itself. Sell EV charging stations. Get with Sequoia and make that money until your website comes up. And like I said before, oh my God, once you get to know how to sell without your website, when you get your website, forget about it. You are going to be Superman, Superwoman, and make dough. I mean, dough. I mean, a lot of money. I'm excited because it's crazy. Okay, so G always puts his glasses on when he's in that mode. And everybody should be in that mode where you want to get out there. You want to find a business that needs money. You could introduce yourself to them. And you saw how easy it is to go ahead and fill out the application and let Sequoia do the work for you. Not only that, your team is going to do the same thing that you're doing. So if you're lackadaisy and not doing what you're doing, your team is not going to grow. Nothing's going to happen. You might get 1 or 2 people that, regardless of what they see you do, they're going to rock out. That's true, but that's very rare. So what you want to do is you want to be the top guy in your own team and make sure that everybody under you sees your grind, sees that you're making a ton of money, because that's going to excite them to want to stay with you and do business with you until they're at that level with you. But it's all about you. It's all about you getting out there and doing what you got to do.
I have a quick question, Gerald.
I have a quick answer for you.
Awesome. do you have, or had you planned on going over just the list of products that we do have so folks can connect to that as they're getting all of this amazing information on the back end? There may be some who aren't even really sure what they have to offer.
And it's so funny you're saying that. I was just going to get into that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to show you right now your arsenal that you have at your disposal today, tonight. Now, this may look a little familiar to those people. I don't know. So these are the products that we have down here, right? Now, let's say you're marketing it on YouTube, you're marketing it on Instagram or what have you. You can't send them to this right here, right? Because they won't know where to go. You have to go to it anyway. But here's a good thing. Let's say they're interested in this. You click on here. It's already set to 1. You go add to cart, checkout. Now, this URL right here is connected to you. So you can send them just this link and they'll buy that product from you. Hope this is making sense. Because a lot of times when you join a business like ours, you send them to your website, but then they get so confused they don't know where to go. Right now, you could just copy this link, send it to them, and they'll buy it. So it's less confusing for everybody. Now, in terms of products, we have a plethora of products here. Now, my favorite one, where is it? The router. Oh my gosh. Wait for this to stop popping up. Okay, the router. If you don't know what the router is, it's made by Pegasus. It is an amazing tool, and you can sell this today. If you talk to somebody and ask them, hey, listen, are you getting paid to surf the net? They say, no, listen, do you want to? They say, sure. Okay, you go here, add it to cart, check out, and send them this URL, and that's all you have to do. It's incredible. Now, those of you who actually market online and put links inside your descriptions, you could do that with this. And don't forget, you could put this on Amazon and just put that link inside for people to buy. Listen, Yereq has made it possible for you to make money today. So I want you, if you can, get out the mindset of they don't have my site ready and all this other stuff. Because while you're looking at this, you're missing all of the money that you could be making today. Okay, that's what this whole thing is about today. It is about making sure that you understand the power that you do have with us, the power that you do have to make money right now. Please understand that you have it. It's here. It's right there.
I got a question for you, Gerald.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when you say like when you go to what do you call it? Add cart or checkout, and then copy that link.
Mm-hmm.
If it's somebody that you're just talking to brand new that doesn't have any knowledge about the product, you just ask them to buy. You know, what if he wants some information before he makes an informed decision?
Well, that's a good question. And you being in the business as a business person should have done research on all of the products that we have to answer those questions. Now, if again, the mentality of I need a website to sell is the wrong mentality. If you educate yourself on your own business as much as you can, that's only going to increase the level of money that you can make. So when somebody asks you about the router, you should say what the router is. When somebody asks you about an EV stations, what are the different types of stations that there are? And what's the A, B, and C station? And what's a kilowatt? You need to know these things. Why? Because the more questions you can answer, the better you look in the business as a business person, and the more money you will make.
So what link would you rather I send to like a list of like 5,000 people, like a blast, email blast?
An email blast about what, the routers?
Yeah.
Depending on what you know about them, you would go ahead and send out an email.
These are people, it's a cold market. You've never met these people before, but you have access to send, whatever it is that you're marketing to them like once a day, 5,000 people.
So you have my number and email?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going to put it in. Well, actually, you got a pen and paper?
Yeah, hold on one second.
Yeah, I'll give you my number now. We could talk about that because I have something that I use that I'll show you.
All right, go ahead.
201-877-8762.
201-877-8762.
That's right. Everybody who wants my number, that's it. Text me, call me, do whatever you want to do. But again,
and your name is Gerald
Rivera, yes.
Rivera. Okay.
Right. Now, there's another segment in here that I told you we're going to do, how to be a better recruiter and how to get people into business very fast. And I did it for D just last night. And here's the story. I was in a cab and I was in a lift and there was a gentleman there. Well, let me go back. I went to the movies and the gentleman that took me to the movie said that he actually took somebody from their home to the airport and only made $15. And it was about an hour and a half ride. So people like that need us. I went out to the movies. I went over to Walmart and I called another Lyft. And I asked him, listen, is it typical to do such a long ride and get such little pay? He said, yeah, man, if we don't work all day long, we don't get nothing. So you think Uber and drivers make some good money? They really don't. They really don't. So I said, listen, I happen to know somebody who's helping me make some good income working from home. Are you interested in maybe meeting her, or maybe she can help you make some extra money? What do you think? He said, absolutely. What's her name? I took my phone, I called D, told D that, listen, I got somebody who's interested in making some money. I handed the driver the phone and he's like, yeah. D, if you want to tell your half of the story, go ahead, because this was amazing.
Yeah, so Gerald had called me and introduced me to Frank. And it was so exciting because I wasn't expecting it, but I was ready, I was ready. And so when he introduced me, we took his contact, information, and I got with him to see, what time would he be available. We discussed some times. I said 3 p.m., which is, Eastern on my side, but it's a different time on y'all side. So what I did was do a follow-up with him. And so with that, when I'm gonna educate you guys on something, because Gerald had taught me this. Ladies and gentlemen, we inspire, we empower each other. So if we talking about somebody and we got our partner with us, we need to uplift our partner and direct, that person to our partner. That's the way we do business. Me and Gerald are partners. We're all one team, one unit. Ladies and gentlemen, we can inspire each other to help uplift each other, to empower people. We can be a dynamite in this industry. So with that, I'm telling you guys, we got to uplift each other in this business because we're all together. And so when we do that, we help inspire somebody else. You never know what that person is going through or struggling with, and that could come at the right place at the right time. And at that point, Gerald had hit me up at the right place at the right time. So when I say this, guys, be ready, because what we're doing, we are going to teach people to inspire other people. And it's not about all this referral. Y'all got to get that out of your head. I need that referral. When you help other people succeed, that's when you succeed. So that's with that being said, Gerald, I'm gonna hand it back over to you. I want to say I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, and thank you for being. Because you're always ready. So I knew when I called you, I was like, she got this. Right?
Absolutely.
Now I want you to realize something in this whole thing that we just said. While I was in the cab, I could have said, yeah, I help people do this. I help do this. I help do that. It's not about me. It's not about me. The system is called the pass-off, and it's really simple. Think about this. Have you ever seen, or has anybody told you about a movie that they've seen? And because they were excited or whatever, you went to see it, right? Now, what if he was in the movie and said the movie was great? You're thinking, well, because you're in it, you're saying that, blah, blah, blah. That's the trick. That's amazing. when I meet somebody in the street or in the cab or whatever, and they're talking about they want to make more money, I don't take that leap for myself. I give it to somebody who either knows how to close, right, or loves the business. So when I talked to the guy in the car, it wasn't about me saying, I can help you do this. I could do this for you. No, I have somebody that's helping me do this, and I want to introduce you to this great woman who's going to make me rich. That is so powerful. So what I'm saying to you is get with somebody in the business and partner up with them. You get leads for them and they get leads for you during that system, and watch how your business grows. And remember, every time that person calls you, pick up, because that's probably a lead that they're giving you, and they're blessing you with business. They did the hard part for you. They edified you, saying that you're the one that could help them with their business, and they could call you right then and there. How powerful is that? He was so excited after the call he had with D. He's like, text me, dude, thank you so much for the referral. I'm ready to start right now. Let's do this. I want to work with you. He was so excited. Why? Because the person who is the top, he was introduced to the person at the top. He was given the opportunity to talk to somebody who can help him make money for his family. Again, it's not about you. So think about people in Yereq, and think about people that you know that you want to help bless. Think about the person who's struggling, who doesn't really know how to market online. Give them a referral, and they'll do the same for you. Think about the person who is working a 9 to 5 and just doesn't have time to go meet anybody. Give them a referral. Edify that person. And watch how your business grows by doing that for each other.
Hey, Gerald?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I just want to iterate as well. It's very well said. And I like the little tidbit that you put out there for everybody to be able to use to benefit their teams and everybody else. But the one thing I just wanted to add to what you're saying, when you help everybody within Yereq to make money, do you realize that as founders, you're also helping all the founders at the same time get paid? So understand, we're all in business together, whether we're on each other on a separate teams or not. It doesn't matter. We're all on the same team when you're in Yereq. Okay. So I want everybody to understand that we're all in this together. As Dee was saying, this is all about helping people. And the more you're a service to others, the more you're a service to yourself. So thanks a lot for putting this on, Gerald. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
No, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. And
Thank you, sir.
Just to piggyback on what he just said, I'm sorry, let me just meet this person. Just to piggyback on what he said, understand that as a founder, helping other founders, you're helping everybody. And that money's going to come. And when it comes, it's going to come large. Like a tidal wave of like bills, just $100 bills smacking me in the face, you know? And that's what I want. I want to get beat up by bills. Right? So G, I see you got your glasses on. I want you to participate and say something, and then we're going to close out, brother. Once you unmute yourself, we'll be able to do that.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Listen, I'm going to take my sunglasses off now. I'm going to be serious. I said something to a couple of people about maybe 2 weeks ago, and Gerald was there when I said it. RB was there as well. And I'm happy that Alan Wu is here to bring this to us. I'm here to protect this. I've told Gerald this. I'm not just here to make money or to help my family or to create generational wealth, but I'm here to also protect this. There was a character on the second Matrix. His name was Seraph. That's actually a name was given to me, Seraph. And my job is I protect that which matters most. Nothing matters more than this to me. So I'm here to protect it. Anybody that's going outside of terms of service, anybody going outside of how we do this, anybody out there saying stuff that's not true, anybody doing anything that could in any way slow down this nuclear missile, right? This ain't a train, y'all. Anything that can even remotely slow this down, I'm here to shut you down. That's my job, to stop that. Anything you're doing that could any way be, because I've been in every network marketing MLM crap business for the last 30 years. My wallet, it looks like Swiss cheese from all the getting shot in it, from all this junk that I've gotten myself in trying to create financial wealth. And this is it. This is it. And if you don't know now, now you know. Now you know. If you don't know now, I don't know what to tell you. Anybody that can say anything negative about this now, there's something wrong with your head. So in my mind, I want us to all take on